starting a new series entitled Life and Living It. In this series, there will be so many themes that I'm going to explore. The first one is going to be about how I came to the Netherlands. A little bit. Okay, so I'm from Ghana. I'm from the northern part of Ghana. My mom and dad are both Gonjers. So I hail from Damango in the northern region of Ghana. Now I would say in the Savannah region of Ghana. Ghana has 16 regions, so I come from the northern part. Yes, so after my bachelor's, that's when I came to the Netherlands. But I've always had the aspiration to have a doctor, so now it's like I've gotten one of the things that I desired. So I also obtained a PhD from University of Amsterdam, and that's how come I am Dr. Amy. Yes. It's a difficult question to answer, but yes, the Netherlands is a home to me. I live here with my husband and my kids. Our life revolves around the Netherlands a lot. I work in the Netherlands. I do a lot of things in the Netherlands, and I think it's home to me. I have a strong belief that home is where my heart is, and my husband is here, my children are here, I do my work here, I have a place to sleep, a place to eat, and all those kind of things. I'll call it home. That is what it means for me. I carry my home with me. Yes. You say you are living the life. I don't know what you mean, but I think I am comfortable. I think I'm happy. I think I'm good. I would say that when you are searching, don't only search for other places I don't want to mention and give them more more hype. They should look to the Netherlands. There are so many opportunities here. There are good schools here. There are scholarship opportunities here. There is a network of Ghanaians here. So looking at the Netherlands is also a very good step to take if you want to study abroad and if you want a different culture. And I must tell you, in the Netherlands, it's not just about the schools. It's also about yourself, and the system here has something to offer you in terms of your personality, in terms of attitude building, that goes beyond just academics. So I would say that if people are looking for opportunities, they can look here as well. It's really a great place. Yes, they should. There are so many opportunities in the Netherlands for us. Language is a barrier, but it is not a barrier. It depends on how you see it. Netherlands, they speak Dutch. In Netherlands, Dutch is the official language. But there are some courses that also are in English that you can pursue. So it depends on the course. So I would say that maybe sometimes you want to be fluent in that. That's when you will see it as a challenge. Or, but in the beginning, if you come to the Netherlands, a lot of people do speak English. Life in the Netherlands, I'm comparing it to be a bit difficult because when I was in Ghana, I had finished schooling. I was yet to be married, but in the Netherlands, I've been married. I have kids. I have a job. I have a husband. So it would be very difficult to do such a comparison because I have a very different situation in both countries. But I would say life and living it in the Netherlands has been amazing. It's been it's not like it doesn't come with challenges, but I'm someone who always look at the positive side, like what's the best I can take with me. And I think that living in the Netherlands, I've learned a lot. I've learned about, for example, tolerance, how I even to listen to people, to receive feedback, those kind of things. I've also learned something about time management. So I'm very Ghanaian. So, for example, there is Ghana time, but here when I have an appointment at 10, I'm there at 10, or even earlier, especially me with my Google Map issues. I go like early so that I can figure it out. I bike here, and perhaps if I were in Ghana, I would be driving a car always. So I think I look back at this and I would say there are some differences. But it would be difficult to do the comparison depending on my situation at this time and when I was in Ghana. The challenges are enormous. Like, for example, you asked me about language, and I was struggling to say that language is not a barrier. Sometimes when you come, like when I first came, I was like, I'm going to school and I'm done. But after school, you need a job, and sometimes language becomes one of the most difficult things, that the most challenging thing that you encounter, because even if I try to speak Dutch, I won't be able to speak as fluent as I want. So I have my own challenges as well when it comes to language. Another thing is, like, I live in the Netherlands with my husband and my children, so we have to do a lot of scheduling so that it helps us, because my husband works full time, I work full time, so that's also one challenge, time and getting family support. Although I have like people like in family and friends, you can't also burden them so much with your own responsibility, because they also have their own responsibility. So that's also another challenge I see. Yes, the challenges, I could go on and on. I'm a Christian, so I believe in trusting in God and God's timing and praying and all that. I also believe in preparing adequately. So one thing I do together with my husband, at least I have a very supportive husband, so that also helps, is to do things timely and know like how to schedule our time in a way that helps. So timing is really a very crucial thing. The next thing is to have like a support system that is there, whether here in the Netherlands or back home. Like when I struggle with something, I can talk to somebody else. For example, I talked about language being a barrier, to also like keep learning. I mean, for example, I struggle with being very fluent quickly, but I keep learning, joining language classes, sometimes paying for some and all that. So I think it's all a learning curve, and so that's also one thing that I think helps. first say look at what course do you want to do. So there are lots of websites, there are lots of schools, and there are lots of opportunities there. But if you don't first ask yourself, what do I want to do? Two, where can I find it? Three, what are the sources I can use? Because sometimes you realize that there are opportunities, but if you don't seek and if you don't look at the right places, you will not find it. So that's one thing I would say. First, ask yourself, what do I want? Because, for example, if you call me and you say, Amy, I want to do a master's, I did, let's say, history. You put me in a very tight corner, because then, for example, I'm like, you want to do history, do you want to do what? So you have to know what you want for. You have to also read. I mean, now we all have access to internet, so it's also easier to search and Google and all those things. So these are some of the things. Sometimes even approach people who have gone through the experience, and you can share it with you, like I'm doing right now. So I think these are some of the tips that are very helpful. Say that using my own life story to tell you that it doesn't matter where you are, you can make it. You can make your dream come true. You can work towards what you shouldn't give up. There will be challenges on your way. There will be challenges. There will be difficulties and all that, but you have to keep pushing and keep believing in yourself and just be inspired and know that there is no limit to what you can do. Thank you.